Stephanie, what mode of daily transport do you favour?
So I'm lucky enough to walk to be near a train station. So I tend to get the train into work, and I have a nice walk across London Bridge at the other end. So it's a good way to start the day.
And what is one thing an individual can do to reduce their carbon footprint?
Well, it's interesting actually. The IEA net zero scenario made very clear that one of the pillar of decarbonisation was behavioural change. So there's a lot of things, different things that we can do, both in terms of switching out our different modes of transport ourselves, choosing more energy efficient products, but also thinking about choices we make in our everyday life around, the food we eat as well. So there's a number of things that we can do to help reduce our carbon footprint.
Now, unlike you, we're heading into summer, and if we are barbecuing, are we guilty of excess emissions? Have you got a solution for us?
Well, yes, certainly very lucky that you're about to go into barbecue weather. We've left that far behind. I mean, a couple of things really, I suppose. One is just thinking about the fuel source. Obviously, if it's charcoal, is that sustainably sourced? Is that is that local? I think the other element is obviously what you're putting on your barbecue as well. So, we know that beef has much higher carbon intensity than fish, for example. So it's not just, how you're firing up the barbecue, but also what you're putting on it as well.
And if you were in government, what would be one policy you would introduce?
Well, we know that progressive carbon pricing makes a difference, putting a price on carbon. Although I think one of the things that it's that's also very much needed is kind of the leadership and the collaboration. We know we have a lot of technologies we already need to be able to decarbonize. So actually, how do we get out there and deploy them and further bring down the price? So I think policy encourage greater sort of collaboration and rollout of the technologies we do have. I think will be really critical.
And other than the climate, what is the biggest environmental challenge that you think we face?
Well, the other big COP that happened this year, COP15, was around biodiversity, and I think it's very clear that biodiversity and protecting biodiversity is critical, not just for its own sake in terms of the value that nature brings, but also the interlinkages with climate change as well, and that was evident at COP in terms of things like the deforestation pledges that we saw come through as well. So yes, I think nature and biodiversity is really really key challenge that we need to address alongside climate change.
And what is the one thing that still surprises you in the debate about climate?
I think that there's a debate about the fact that we still need to take action. I think one of the key things actually coming out of Glasgow's was that it does feel like we've moved away from the why should we do it, or to kind of how we're going to do it. So I think any conversation that still focuses on the why rather than the how surprises me.